Hello, good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are. I'm your host, James Smith, and this is the G1 Jockey Racing Review. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, and in these uncertain times, I hope this podcast finds you well and safe. Well, there may not be any sport live on television at the moment, but on this channel we offer you some horse racing action from G1 Jockey, and we are going to be broadcasting 4 major races. We're going to be broadcasting the Guineas, the Gold Cup, both on the flat, and over fences we have the Topham Trophy and the Grand National. Now the entries for these races are in progress. The Gold Cup and the Guineas are still open, but the Topham Trophy and Grand National have closed, and in this programme this evening I'm going to be giving you a review of the runners and riders for each race. So let's start off with the Topham Trophy qualifying race 1. Top of the weights we have Zangawar, ridden by J. Smith, and this horse is also a 3-time winner of the Topham Trophy, and being as such, he is the 72 favourite for this trial race. Now the way it works is the first 6 home in each of these races will qualify for the final for the Topham Trophy. So you have to finish in the first 6 to get into the main event. And we think Zangawar will definitely qualify. If not, very closely win. 2 is Dr. Tong. Now he has run previously in a Grand National. He didn't stay the trip, but he has plenty of speed, and the Topham Trophy over a much shorter distance should be right up his alley. He's 4-1. Number 3, Double Thriller. He's engaged in the Gold Cup and the Grand National, and entered here in the Topham Trophy. As well as the other 2, they're both entered in the Grand National trial races. Should they qualify for the Grand National and the Topham, they will have to make a decision, as they cannot run in both races. But Double Thriller, he's available at 16-1. He's got plenty of stamina, and I think the Gold Cup and the Grand National will suit him more than this, but it's a good race to get his eye in. Number 4 is Million. He's previously been placed in a Grand National, was very unlucky. He was coming towards the last fence one year, only to be balked by a horse who ran out of stamina and potential and stopped in front of him. Now, when he managed to get round the said horse, he ran on to finish a close third. Now, he's available for the Topham at 10-1. If he doesn't qualify for the Grand National, I think he's a very sure thing to finish placed in this race. Number 5, Tiger Bill. Now Tiger Bill, he is running 1 Grand National, and I believe he was placed in that Grand National. He qualified for the race well, and he's available for this race at 10-1. Number 6 is Cynic Fantasy. Cynic Fantasy was a previous Grand National winner, but is actually more suited to shorter distances. This race should suit him potentially as a stepping stone to running back in the Grand National, but on the flat he runs in sprint races, so anything could happen with this horse, but he's available here at 5-1. Number 7, Function House. He's an unknown commodity. I believe he's more of a stamina laden horse. He's available at 16-1. Number 8, Charge de Vue. He's another unknown horse. He could be anything, and you could have any price you want. He's available at 20-1. Number 9, Kanshak. He again, as the other 2, is an unknown commodity in this race. He's available at 20-1 as well. Commissar in Chief. Well, we know he likes a shorter trip. We know a little bit about this horse. He's more of a middle distance horse, and the Topham will have plenty of speed for this race. This race requires more speed than the National. Requires you to pop out and jump away, and this horse, he will definitely be able to do that. But he's a decent each way bet at 16-1. Number 11, Herbango, ridden by T Hunter. She's has a good chance here. Herbango, he is a horse who could potentially go from winning the Topham. If he qualifies and gets in, he could go from winning that race to running in the Grand National. This horse, he's available at 16-1, and that is a big price for him, I do believe. And finally, number 12, Entrepreneur. He is from the same stable as Million. An Entrepreneur, I believe, did run in a Grand National in the past. I don't think he placed, but he ran a creditable race, and a short distance here may just help him a little bit. Well, that is the first qualifying race, and now we'll move on to the second qualifying race. So on the card here we have another 12 runners. Each race has 12 runners, a full card. And we start with the top weight, Reveiw, who is a very classy miler, and he should give a good account of himself. He's available here for the Topham Trophy trial at 4-1. A logic man, same as the above. He has plenty of speed. He's a mile horse. He should pop out, jump away, make plenty use of that speed that he has, and will put the others who are more stamina laden to a test, take them out of their comfort zone. He's available at 6-1. Now we have two here who are also engaged in the Grand National trials. Egypt Sand, who is available at 6-1, who once was placed in a Grand National. And number 4, El Tab. Now this horse, he's entered in everything. He's entered in the Guineas, the Gold Cup, every race we have here, the Topham, the Grand National. But he is 100-1 for each race. He's a difficult ride. He's a drop-out horse who likes to come from the back, and it's very difficult to come from the back over the fences here at Heather Park. Number 5, Chooser Friendly. That's the choice of T Hunter. She rides this one. Chooser Friendly, very classic sort of filly. I believe once she runs in the national trials, she'll be a much shorter price. She's available here today at 20-1. Number 6, Césaire. Now this one is available at 25-1, any price you want. Again, a stamina-laden horse, and they're only running in this race as a trial to get into next season's Grand National, because the entries are so full for that race. The only other option they have here is the Topham Trophy. He's available at 25-1, Césaire, one to look out for when he runs to the National. Classic Dolce. This one is a 50-1 shot. Again, plenty of stamina. Will run well in a Grand National, so this is a good stepping stone for him. Number 8, Celtic Tums. He's 16-1, this horse. I think he could go close in this Topham Trophy. He's worth an each way bet. Number 9, Tekaman. He's 18-1. But this George Starbridge owned horse, he's a grey. He's got a little touch of class, and I would keep him. He's an outside chance at 18-1. I would mark him on your card. Number 10, Tapur. Well, this one is an unknown commodity. He's in the market at 30-1. Number 11, Destined View, an 18-1 shot. He's, again, if the race falls right for him, could go well. And finally, number 12, he's a 60-1 shot, Hurricane Stable, ridden by J. Smith. This one has plenty of stamina, not a lot of speed. He's entered in this race to cover himself. He's entered in the Gold Cup as well on the flat. This horse, I think the Gold Cup will more be his race and the Grand National, but at least this gets his eye in for these big fences. Well, I hope you enjoyed listening to this. This gives you a kind of view of the two fields for the two trial races. Hopefully we'll be running these races soon, and we'll have you I'll give you a audio commentary on the races, and we will let you know the final card for the Topham Trophy here, to be run here at Heather Park. Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your host, and I hope to see you here to speak to you next time. Many thanks.